Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Plants vs. Zombies. Last time we got our Zen Garden and we did a couple more levels in World 5. So let's just continue the adventure for now. Soon we will be able to do everything and we can just continue because I did show off the beginning of this in the last episode. It's kind of sorry for the very abrupt ending, but I noticed we were at 20 minutes and I didn't want to make the episodes too long. And we did quite a bit in the last episode. 2 levels and introducing the Zen Garden and everything. And trying to prepare for a certain kind of defense, but not actually being able to do it. That's another thing we tried to do. Yeah, get him, Rake. Show him what fool. Pity the fool. Alright, so like we always do, pretty much the exact same thing we've been doing for the last 4 levels. Set up the cabbages. Yeah, the cabbages and the kernels. Because that's all we can do. But trust me, things will get more diverse. They will, once we actually get something where we can use different kinds of defenses on. For this level, we need something that can hit the very back because those basketball hoop guy things that we saw, they don't move anywhere but over here. So we need something long range, and those gloom shrooms that we had are not long range. They only hit like in 1 square around them. So we actually cannot do that. That's why I backed out of that last second. Sorry for that, but there was no way that was gonna happen. Anyway, so basically what those new zombies gonna do, I'm gonna explain them before they get here, is they hurl basketballs. They hurl basketballs at the plant that is in the back of your area, and it takes like, I don't know, 5 basketballs or so to knock out a plant, and it'll only hit the thing that's in the very back, so it's just going to be knocking out some sunflowers. Not too big of a deal at all, but still, I still want to knock them out, because if you don't knock them out, obviously you're not going to win, and that's somewhat of a problem. When it comes to video games, not winning can be a problem sometimes. Alright, last sunflower, and we're set. So now we just need to put out all of these guys. The butter's coming out like no tomorrow. Look at that, double butter. Ooh, another butter, so many butter. Nutter butter. I said that on accident. Alright, so 2 more of these guys. We should be set, because we only have cone heads in those guys that are doing things. We don't really need too strong of a defense here. Kind of a break level, actually. Only 2 flags as opposed to the 3 that we had earlier. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and set this up. Because we still want the tall nuts. That's always a must. It's not a must, but, you know. Sure does make things easier. Oh, pumpkins. We don't have enough. So many butters! 3 butters at once. Can you believe that? Can you even believe that? I can't. I just can't. Grabbing sun. Alright. I'm running out of things to talk about. It's time to come up with a story. What can I tell in this episode? I should think of these beforehand, shouldn't I? Alright. Well, nothing's interesting has been happening. There's those new zombies. This is... I should be prepared, but I'm not. You know what? Listen to the nice music while I think for a second. This is gonna happen a lot. Get used to it. I am drawing a complete blank right now, man. Like, I have... Okay, so here's a story. Remember in the last episode I talked about how I went into town to get prom stuff? Well, while we were in town, we also went to Kentucky Fried Chicken, which I hadn't been to in a long time, and let me tell you what, the gravy is delicious. If anything can be said about KFC, the gravy is the best thing in the world. The macaroni and cheese ain't bad either. It's all pretty good. But besides that, we also went to Best Buy, which is my second favorite store to go to. Only behind Hastings, because Hastings has coffee, it has weird anime geek stuff that I absolutely adore, And it has video game stuff. Like, how could you not like that? So yeah, we went to Best Buy, and while I was in Best Buy, I actually managed to find a limited edition box of Shin Megami Tensei, I don't know how to pronounce it, 4 for the 3DS. And that just means it comes with the CD with the music and a strategy booklet and concept design stuff. And the game, obviously. So I've been playing that game lately, and gotta say, it's basically Persona, but it's incredibly hard. Like, enemies can easily, like, in one turn, knock out your entire team. Basically what the game is it's Persona. If you played Persona, you know how it works. It's extremely familiar, other than the fact that your team members are actually monsters that you befriend. So it's kind of like Pokemon, kind of like Persona, but if you find your opponent's weakness and use it against him, that gives you an extra turn. And if you get a critical hit, that gives you an extra turn. And you cannot not have a weakness. You always have to have a weakness. I've been rolling with a weakness of Zeo for the last while in the game. And if the enemies use Zeo on you, like, you're screwed. That knocks you out in, at the most, 2 hits. It does a lot of damage. Like, right now, I'm not too far into the game. I've gotten up to the Centaur, that's what it's called. No, Minotaur. I've gotten up to the Minotaur boss where it's weak to Bufu, and basically you just Bufu a ton of times. I haven't been able to beat him yet, but there are Pokemon, I'm gonna call them Pokemon. They're actually called demons, really. Oh, they do move up. I mean, after a while, oh, this is bad, he runs over your things. So yeah, basically, if an opponent gets lucky crits and just, like, uses your weaknesses against you, you lose, because they can knock you out in one shot, basically. In your entire team in one shot. And there's no way to increase your defense higher than it usually is. You can increase your luck, your physical power, your dexterity, which is physical magic, your magic, which is not physical magic, and your luck. I may have said that already. And your agility. So, and you can't choose to raise defense or magic defense or anything like that. So you can't become more resistant to attacks. You can just wear armor to do that. And there's very limited armor in the point of the game that I'm at. Like, I have way too money for all the armor that I could have. And basically, I get killed by enemies really easily. So you really have to go for the first strike on enemies. If you don't get first strike, then they can pretty much just annihilate you. And I always save, because buying yourself back from the dead costs a ton of Maka, which is the money. Anyway, we just got the umbrella leaf, protects nearby plants from bungees and catapults. So that means these guys won't be able to hit you, though that's not the biggest problem here. But these guys won't be able to take your plants away, which is the better side of that. I mean, this is the best. Alright, so we are going to grab, we still can't use that other thing because catapult zombies. I might not be able to ever do it because catapult zombies, which is kind of sad. Going with the exact same setup once again, because at this point, I can't really do much else. We have open slots? Oh, we have squat. Oh, no. Okay, you want to include your sunflowers, methinks that might be good. Yeah. So let's hope we got everything there. I almost overlooked sunflowers. Now I have to reach all the way over here to get them every time I want them. Okay, so yeah, Shin Megami Tensei. I still don't know how it's pronounced. Basically the Dark Souls of Persona, because it's hard. Save a lot, and it's really fun too. I mean, the plot's not the bad. The plot's not as good as Persona, I should say. It's not bad, but it's not as good as Persona. But it's still incredibly fun, so I definitely recommend it if you find it somewhere. Also, the limited edition box I found in Best Buy was only like $30, So if you're probably able to find the game somewhere for like 20, that is not bad at all. Go ahead and put a coronal pult there. And start getting out my sunflower, my second row of sunflowers. Alright, while we were also there, I found some pretty interesting things. First off, there's this mouse that had like no inside, it was just like a curve. Like it fit your hand. There was nothing other than the parts that your hand touched. And it kind of looked uncomfortable, but it also kind of looked incredibly cool. Alright, so what I'm going to do with the umbrella leaves, you will see I will be putting them on this row. Because I really don't care if they take our sunflowers, because that's not the biggest deal if they get back to that. Obviously, I don't care about protecting from the catapult things, because that's not... I mean, they hardly do any damage, really. It's not... I'm not worried about that. Let's go ahead... Actually, you know what? Take out this guy, because I don't like his existence. Basically, I'm going to be putting one umbrella guy here and one umbrella guy here. And that will protect everything, other than, you know, back here. It'll also protect the front up row, which is basically what I want to do. They shouldn't come close enough. They shouldn't matter if they get the tall nuts. I need to organize my speech to where it doesn't sound like mindless babbling. That is something I need to do. Alright, go ahead and put that there. And let's go ahead and put our first umbrella leaf out. The umbrella leaf covers all the squares around it, so you don't have to worry about it just taking this spot like this. They used it well. Alright, so put this here. And I'm going to put another full row of catapult stuff in the front. And it'll be fun times. So go ahead and put my other umbrella. And we're set. I also only have 6 sunflowers. I should probably finish that up. Also, keep in mind that these 2 rows are going to be a bit weaker than they normally are. Also, I'm going to have to break this checkerboard pattern if I want to have any kernel pults on this row, on these 2 rows. Also, that's something I don't want to happen. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Saved it. For 125 sun, but I saved it. Alright, so... when did the... Oh, this is 3 flags. We might only have time for 2 levels again in this episode, which wouldn't surprise me. Levels get really long. In fact, this might be... actually, no. If anything, either the next or the level after that will be the longest level. This is probably the second longest level, if I were to throw a guess. That guy took forever to die. Jesus Christ. Put another cabbage there. Yeah, we're gonna have a reverse thing. Now's when all the guys should be coming down. Bungees? Bungees? Okay, maybe they only come during the final. I don't know. Who really knows anything? Alright, so we're only gonna have 1 kernel pulp in each row. That probably won't be a problem. I am putting my hand on my face. I really shouldn't be doing that while I'm commentating, cause it makes me feel bored. I don't know. No, it's a thing that I do when I'm bored. Actually, I put my hands on my face all the time. So what am I talking about? But I mean, I don't want to give off a bored feeling in my comment. Oh, well, what are you gonna do? What you nothing? Get out of here. Don't need any of your slamma-jamma stuff. Don't need that. Alright, so we are almost halfway done through this level, and we are pretty much completely fortified here. I mean, I can go ahead and put, you know what? I'll wait until we're done doing things. Setting up all of our stuff. You are going to die before you get there. Also, I believe the ladders also work as a shield. So if you're using any plants that shoot horizontally as opposed to upwards, then that will block it, just like the screen door shields. It's basically how it works. So keep that in mind if you are ever worried about things ever. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put these things that it doesn't matter where I put them really. But we have this row double covered now, which doesn't really matter. You don't need double coverage on anything. Go ahead and put that here. And we are set. With 450 sun, you bet your buns we're set. We just need the tall nuts and stuff to redo their stuff, and we will be happy. Oh, no, I do not want squash because we're sitting pretty. We do not need to use our TSPPs at this moment. You use that ladder. Come at me, bro. He came at me. He didn't get all the way through. So that's good. Oh, you're gonna take my guy? Nope, none of that. Yeah, these guys actually come really handy, especially in later levels where bungee zombies are like incredibly common. In fact, I think there actually might be a minigame that uses the bungee zombies, like abuses the bungee zombies. Pretty sure I remember something like that. I don't remember a lot of the puzzle games. There's a lot. There are the puzzles and the minigames. And that's what I really like about this game as opposed to Plants vs. Zombies 2. I mean, Plants vs. Zombies 2 does have like all the different quests and stuff. Or not quests really, but... Oh no, don't you do that. But they have alternate missions, kind of. Yeah, it's kind of like alternate missions. They would, where you go back and get like 3 stars on level by doing 3 different things. But those aren't like actual mini games like this game. They're not as diverse. Like, we've already had like the slot machines, the walnut bowling, and the whack-a-zombie. Those are all like really cool, like not at all like the actual game, fun things. And I love this game for it. It's just so, it has so much content. That's what I'm trying to get out here. Like, we're close to the end of the game. We're nowhere near the end of this LP. In fact, all of the extra content's probably going to take longer than the game itself did. That wouldn't surprise me at all. Because, oh, this game has lots of stuff. And it just makes me too happy to play it all. I've played through the entirety of this game, like minigames and everything, at least 3 times. And it's funny because my grandfather's actually the person that got me into this game. He's almost as obsessed with this as I am, but not quite. But he did get me into the game, so I'm happy about that he did that. Actually, like my grandpa and my dad are 2 people who have like influenced a lot of things that I didn't want to take that out. I wanted to take out the crying one. He's suffering. But like I was saying, my dad and my grandpa actually influenced a lot of things that I like. My dad showed me a Mumford & Sons album that he picked up. And sure enough, to this day, that's my favorite band. Mumford & Sons is amazing. And if you haven't heard their stuff, I definitely recommend you check it out. 2 of my favorite songs are Winter Winds and Dust Bowl Dance. In fact, Dust Bowl Dance is probably their most... Like, if you like one of their songs, you're gonna like all of their songs because the songs don't have like incredible diversity in them. But if you do like one of the songs, they all sound good, and you're gonna pick up differences if you like listen to them enough. Well, I say that like they're exact same. No, they're obviously different, but they're all the same style and everything. And they all use like the same instruments, so like usually a banjo, electric guitar. Not always an electric guitar, it's acoustic, acoustic guitars. They use that. They don't have a drummer. That's one of the things that I actually really like about them. They don't have a drummer. It's not because I hate drummers. Sometimes Marcus Mumford, who's the main singer, he'll have a foot pedal with a bass drum. And that's all he'll have. He also sometimes has another one where he has a tambourine on it, and he'll do both of them at the same time while playing guitar, while singing. It's amazing. Like, he is super talent. He is mega talent. Can we use... Nah. No! Okay, well, you can get rid of either one of those and still get rid of the ladder. But yeah, my dad got me into Mumford & Sons, and I am thankful for that. If you could not eat all of my plants, that would be incredibly nice of you. So I'm gonna kill you. Thank you. Thank you for dying. Oh, we're now to the final flag. Good. As you can see, basketballs, nope. Nope, can't do a thing. We don't have any TSPPs, we just gotta wait this one out. In fact, kill it. Kill it faster. Eventually. Eventually it will happen. Oh, there you go. Oh, there we go. So what are these things called again? I don't use them, like, ever. So I wouldn't know. There is a way to, like, abuse this plant to get a whole bunch of money. Marigold. I should have known that. Gives you silver and gold coins. Yeah. So you can use that, not really in the actual adventure, but, like, in little other things that'll give you a lot of money. Anyway, that'll end off this episode. Join us next time when we maybe have a little bit of a longer episode and finish the entire game, kind of. You know what I mean. So I'll see you all then, and goodbye.